time for Sports Talk here on Good Day Columbia with the Pastor Payne, Corey Miller.
You know that song, It's Been a While?
It's been a while.
It's been a while
I
since
know.
you and I hung out on the couch.
Yeah, we hadn't talked,
I know.
talked it out. I was sick, then you got sick.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Did you give it to me or was?
It's possible.
It's all good though. we're good right now. We're good.
We are back, and the NCAA has some interesting proposals that could happen to change the game of signing.
And it's early signing, and I think, one of these things they've been talking about for such a long time, Janet, because some kids commit early, some kids want to get it done. But then I think as we read this article, some coaches in favor, some may not be in favor. But for me, let me just say it real quickly, I like the early signing period because I think, it takes some of that edge off the kid. If they really know where they want to go to school, they should be able to sign and not have the pressure of schools continuing to recruit them.
And waiting.
Yeah.
And it has to take pressure off the parents, too.
Yes.
I would imagine.
Well, going through as a parent for the last 2 years with my son, he wanted to sign early. I remember him committing to Florida. He was just like, Dad, I want to get it over with. All the phone calls from the recruiting websites, from the coaches. I just want to get over with. And he committed early at 16. Now, mind you, these are 16-year-old kids.
Yeah, because you're in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but then he signed, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm not sure. So that's the concern. If they do commit early and then
change their mind later, then what?
Are you going to be able to appeal it? Or are you going to what's going to be the problem with the situation? So that's where I stand with it, because will the kids be able to get out of the sign if they come back and say, you know what, I messed up? Coach, what if a coach leaves? I mean, how many times this year we saw coaches bolt?
That too, and that's, just reading what a lot of coaches had to say, and I think I kind of agree with Jimbo Fisher from Florida State in saying we should do it kind of like basketball and have that recruiter or somebody there that's really connected to that player and, maybe in their junior year talk to them and figure something out. But a lot of the articles I read were talking about the financial burden of it on the colleges. I'm sorry, but these kids are going to make you all the money that builds up your athletic department. They're worth those dollars. They're worth you checking in with them and coming to their games and seeing them.
Believe me, every university, they have no problem with recruiting budget. I mean, they can go out and travel. The coach can get out there and do what they need to do. I think that's a terrible excuse. Worried about money. I mean, all the money that the NCAA is making.
Seriously.
We're talking about playing these guys now. I mean, now you're talking about recruiting. It's going to be a financial burden.
Right.
I mean, no, it's about getting out there and letting these kids be a little bit more freer, I should say, as far as in their recruitment. It's a lot of pressure. I saw it with my own son. I mean, the stress. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of letters a week, phone calls, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, all this
these
stuff.
recruiters are
so
after you.
Some families, may want to go ahead and move on. If you're a mother of a kid who's recruited, I mean, how do you feel about it? Because that's where the pressure also lies in the parent.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a parent, I would want to go ahead and do it only if I knew they were sure. But I want the school to be just as invested in my child as my child's invested in that school. Yeah. And I think they're worth it.
Well, David Shaw says a terrible idea. And he says the only reason they want to change it is because coaches don't want those kids at the last minute when they go sit in front of ESPN or wherever with those hats and they flip. And they say, I'm not going to school X.
And then everybody's shocked.
Right. And then everybody's mad and upset. So, listen, it's a tough business. They have to do something about it.
NCAA, folks, we will definitely keep our eyes on it. Early signing period. What do you think? Tweet us. Let us know. Corey's got more 5 and Out. We've got more Good Day coming up.